Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. How's it going? I don't have an intro today. And I was thinking, I spent like a little bit of time before starting this episode. I was thinking if I thought of anything good. I didn't. I'm gonna think about this one a little bit more. Not really. I closed my eyes and I came up with a random word for you already. It just came to me. The word that I'm going to talk about in this intro is lemon. Yeah, it's kind of came to me. This is probably my biggest fruit hot take, but I like lime more than lemon. Lemon is good, don't get me wrong. Lemonade, very nice. Lemon as like a lemon with fish, excellent. But most of those like lime, dude. I'm a pretty big lime fan. Limeade, I kind of like it more than lemonade. I think lemons are just a little bit aggressive for me, personally. I feel like lemons are too much. For me, anyway. You may have your different opinion, and that's fair. Very fair. But, anyway. Please tell me how you... I've been a lot of food. I'm very hungry right now. It's, in case you're wondering what time it is 4:15 in the morning. I was going to record this episode earlier today. However, time constraints did not allow it. I had to do co-op with Cranberry before I raided today, and I did a physics lab, and then that was all of my time today. But we're exile melting today. Should be good. It's very late. My Hitman stream went a little long as well. I was having a pretty good time, but the game took a lot of my... The levels are about an hour and a half or so, hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes, and I started one at like 2:30, so I knew it was going to be a little late. It's fine. I don't think I have anything else to tell you in this intro. I think we can get right to it. Yeah, I think so. Don't forget to like the video, comment the video, subscribe the video. I hope you're doing well today. It should be Saturday. Oh, it's Saturday. Yo, it's the weekend. Hell yeah. Party hard, boys. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Doing something cool with your time away. Plating Seal Daedalus, Darkness Arcus Sapsera, Purifying Cleanse, Restoration, Detonation, Memories. We are Exile Melting, Exile Awoken. I should look at Fade first. I'm down to grab Combustible Wax here. It's probably good. It's interesting because we could also take Gnarled Root. It's like, which one of the Fades do I pick? I don't know, I kind of want to take Combustible Wax and see if it makes me like Firelight more. Alright, so I've decided to not play Firelight on this run. Kind of bad for me to have Combustible Wax with Little Icarus, I think. Because she's not going to burn out. Or is that good? I'm going to play Little Icarus here. What a shame. So we're going to do everything in our power to make this Fade power up. It's Sapsera, so she's not... If we can reach the numbers that we need to reach, we're not going to have anything to worry about, which is good. Put a Train Steward up here. We just got to work on not having this happen. Yeah. Just gotta have this happen a lot less. We have Root Seeds, which makes it a lot less likely that we have turns where we completely whiff like that. Still gonna happen from time to time, but it's less likely, and that's a good thing. Like Exile Awoken a lot on this run for that reason. We're gonna have a lot less situations where we just completely miss our reform because Root Seeds is going to step in. 2 and 5. Do I ever get Fade killed here? I never get Fade killed. So, the question is, if I play like this, will I lose? And I think the answer is yeah. I think I have to kill over 3 or 4 floors here. And that's okay. I'm just gonna take a bunch of damage, but it's fine because we are Fade. It's kind of the way it goes, you know? It is the way of it. If we weren't on top floor there, I could have like played her and then had another Train Steward sandwich around her, potentially. But because it was top floor, I did not want to take the risk. There's no way that I miss Primitive Molds here. Oh, because he's dead. Yeah, okay. 9 leaving the first combat is not ideal, but it's something. I will take Molded. More ways to reform with this Fade I'm happy with. I like Vine Grasp here. It's a way to potentially draw Fade turn 1, and then if we draw a Vine Grasp, we kill her on turn 1 and then reform her in the perfect world. I know that's a lot of cards to draw on turn 1, but if we play and think about it, we should get there. 10 plus 25. I'm gonna make a decision that I would not often make given the circumstances, and I'm gonna take Animus' speed here. And I'm gonna throw her plus 25. I think that making a 25-28 with Quick right ahead of this battle is good. Fade's weak right now, and I'm not expecting her to get much weaker. I'll take the trial. We're gonna trade Pyre Health for Fade's power. And this Animus is just gonna kind of act as a failsafe in case Fade doesn't do all of the lifting she needs to. Hey, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That's really nice. Instantly rewarded. So I could kill 2 of these guys instead of 2 of these guys? Let me consider. If I kill 2 of these guys, I mean, I'm going to end up playing Fade on this floor regardless next turn. I think it's better to play and kill 2 of these guys. As long as I draw into a Molded here, I'll wipe this next floor. Now, I do have curses that are going to be stacking up. This is going to be the consistent issue on this run. Yeah. This is the problem. Curses are going to stack, and we're going to end up in this situation where I just can't really do anything here. This should have been excellent. This combat should have been the one that sets us for life here. Unfortunately, due to the draws, we are now screwed. And because of the burnout situation with the combustible wax, I can't like play Fade middle floor because she's going to not die. So because of that missing of the draw on turn 2, I just lost a bunch of Pyre health for free. I have to play Fade bottom floor or else I'm just going to lose. I can't play her mid or top because I'm going to lose to the boss. So basically, bad draw, we got screwed. We should be in a much better position here, but unfortunately, I did not draw well. If I had the reform on that turn, we were going to clean up. Because we would have gotten the 12, we would have gotten all of them killed on that one turn, and then we would have just gotten very, very strong. Unfortunately, we are weak. We're very weak. It's a shame. And we took 15. Tragic. Absolutely unfortunate. Skill Enhancer is interesting because it's more health, but I don't think it's good. I'll take Sting. Are these sound effects not playing? Are you hearing these sound effects not play? I'm hearing sound effects not play there. I didn't even talk about those decisions, but I'll walk you through it now. I want Pyre health because I'm worried we're not going to do great against Daedalus as it sits, and we don't have any unit upgrades that matter, no unit drafts that matter, no jack strips because we have Spike's Fade. Happy to take Wing Steel to help with the draws. Sometimes I wonder if I'm supposed to ×5 primitive mold when they show me this here. I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to do that. But like, what if? If I ×5 anything, it's Sting. I'm just gonna ×1 Sting here. I think that's fine. It might soften up a heavy. I'm not gonna think about that decision a ton, because I think that most of those choices are pretty low impact. ×5 primitive mold might not be the worst, but it's like, if I have more draw next turn cards, I shouldn't run into situations where I miss my draw again. So I'm just going to operate under that assumption that I will not miss again. Alas, if only I had a kill. Okay, and my Fade's behind, and I'm just fucking awful apparently. Oh man. It was Wing Steel that did it to me too. It's still a chance. Wing Steel can still redeem itself here. Alright, fuck you, Wing Steel. Hate you. Hate you, Wing Steel. Absolutely hate you. Loathe to see it. Alright. I will Vine Grasp this healer. On the bright side, the lowest amount, the damage we're going to take is capped at 5. On the downside, just generally If I put Fade here, she kills both. Now it's awkward. Oh, she doesn't die? Oh, because of Quick. Right. Once again, I forget that Animus of Speed actively anti-synergizes with this clan. How could I forget? Okay. This is subpar. This is a problem. And I'm not going to solve it. We're going to just be perpetually behind with Fade, and I think that there's nothing I can do about that. This early game was rocky, and we're going to end up behind for the rest of the run because of it. And then I get you. I'm taking 5. These are bad. I might want to root seeds here. Probably going to want that, in fact. And this play doesn't make a difference. It's the same either way. As long as I don't draw all primitive molds on this, or like no primitive molds on this turn, we are okay. We're stabilized. I'm gonna fucking... It's okay, there's still a chance. I have to play Purifying Cleanse here so that I can pay the energy potentially. I'm gonna fucking scream. Oh, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. What is this? How is it happening like this? It's not supposed to be this hard. It's not supposed to be this hard to get. Like, I could have played slightly better to make my Fade not... we could have been a little more efficient, I will admit. But at the same time, what is this? I've had like 2 crucial turns where I just completely missed my my primitive molds on turns where I needed to hit. I'm doing everything in my power to not die to Daedalus here. However, I'm pretty sure I'm dying to Daedalus here. Hang on. 328. Throw this out. Okay. I'm pissed. I think I talked about this the last time. I hate Little Fade. It's not Little Fade's fault. Don't get me wrong. I understand. It's not her fault. However, the gameplay loop of don't miss primitive mold like that, and the fact that we can have that situation occur where it's, oh, I am significantly behind because I just drew poorly on this turn and didn't get to reform Fade. I don't like it. I used to love Little Fade. I now hate Little Fade. I'm willing to take Adaptive Mutation because we need to do something drastic. Her spikes are not scaling and we're in a terrible position. Adaptive Mutation doesn't help. We're gonna lose this run. I, through a series of unfortunate events, do not think we will be recovering here. If I had picked like Wicklash, we could have picked a pivot there into something else, i.e. I could have taken Animus, but no. I think that we are... I do not think we're going to recover from this. Should maybe go for Pyre Health. It's just, something has to go really right to recover from this position. We need, like, we need the Party Boys here, and even then it's a little rough because she's only at 27 spikes, which is rough. Yeah, give me that. If we fight Party Boys here, we might be able to stabilize this. We might be able to stabilize from here. It's gonna be tough. If this is the best possible combat, it's still gonna be tough. Okay, it's possible. It is possible for us to stabilize and recover this. We can do it. I don't think I even bothered. We also drew Primitive Mold turn 1, which is great news. Okay, I'm not saying that it's gonna be clean. I'm not saying it's excellent, but I'm saying we might be able to recover this disaster of a run. I need to draw like a Restoration Detonation is fine. That works. Okay, she kills both of these guys. We're going to now be fine. I think we're fine on this combat now. I think we kill everything here. I think Fade kills everything and we're happy. I will maybe make a decision with Root Seeds on this turn. Let me see. Is that 10? The healing we have is probably... I should draw a healing card. I think we're... well... I just keep having Wing Steel be bad. It's crazy. I can't, like, know, and the extra draw is, of course, good, typically. But Wing Steel is causing me some issues. We drew Purifying Cleanse, so it is okay. But, like... Wing Steel is causing me some issues here. We made a lot of leaps and bounds to recovering this run right here. Now I need to get my Fade to be dead, or full healed, either way. Probably dead, because she only gets one hit. This is a little awkward. I've actually put myself, because I'm not reforming her on this run, I have put myself in an awkward position. Also, 4 primitive molds in one hand, just saying. It should be fine. Because I'm gonna get a bunch of free out of this. Yeah, 420. Throw you like a Root Seeds maybe. It doesn't make a difference. But Fade will kill it. It's fine. Fade kills on the next floor, and all of a sudden, you know, like I said, it's just we were one good combat away, and we did high roll here extremely, but throughout the early game we also experienced quite a few low rolls. So I am willing to forgive the game this time. I'm willing to put the past behind me for the sake of moving forward here. So if I can get my Fade past the number threshold, Adaptive Mutation is nuts. Like if we get past, if we get past 90 in the next combat, this is insane. Until then, it's really bad. But it's like maybe worth trying. I don't know. It can't hurt. The run, we have the holdover now, so it's okay. Could go. I want to pick up Pyre Health. We're in a shaky position, so I'm just gonna go for Pyre Health here. And I cannot afford Channel Heart, but I would take it. Could take Awoken's Rail Spike. It doesn't really matter. I guess we could take Hellhorn Spike and play the world's worst Rage Adaptive Mutation run. That could be fun. Okay, this combat is fine. Don't be greedy with these guys is my plan here. The draw, it's Root Seeds. I'm not gonna bother playing Animus here. Yeah, we just gotta be not greedy. We gotta not go overboard on trying to get Fade killed every turn. And we're gonna have to make some concessions here and there. Like, I might just let this 10-2 go, is what I'm thinking. I have the Sting. So I Sting the 10-2, for sure. Now... 49. It's a little bit more efficient. I'm thinking something like this. Right? And then if I throw the Adaptive Mutation out, we push 69 damage to this tank. He's gonna hit me. I recognize that. But I'm gonna farm a bunch of kills, and maybe that's good enough. He's gonna hit for 6. Maybe I just threw the run by playing that. Or maybe that's good enough. I am uncertain. Very, very unsure about if what I have done here is good or bad. I'm just gonna try and like power out a bunch of heals for her. Because she's wiping this floor, and that's a lot. If I can full heal her, I think it's fine. With Root Seeds, like maybe the Purifying Cleanse clutches here. We're stabilizing. I can't believe it, but we're stabilizing here. I drew my molded again? Weird. We're getting there. We are getting there. We rolled high enough on the floor 4 combat to perhaps sneak our way out of this one. And now Adaptive Mutation farms on the next combat. We made it to the threshold. We dropped very low on Daedalus, and we were very close to dying. I'm glad that I took that Pyre Health on Daedalus because I would have died without it. But now we have made it to the other side. I stand by my frustration towards the, oh, I just missed my draw on 2 combats and now I'm behind. I I recognize that it's just kind of the nature of the early game of this game, but it's exacerbated by the fact that Little Fade is reliant on her starter card, right? You can go a few turns with other characters and not draw your starter card and be okay. But with Little Fade, especially with Spike's Fade, it's just like, oh no. Oh, that's bad. Oh, it's real bad. Is this Arcus? This is Arcus. Arcus is bad. Arcus is an issue. I guess it's not going to be that big of an issue because we have a bunch of health as well. I'm not going to remove anything else. I took out Animus if you are just listening. I removed the Animus of Speed that we placed in here earlier. She is no longer needed. I can also toss this Vine Grasp. She did what she needed to do, which was offer slight numbers of damage to smooth over some of the awkward parts. Darkness Arcus should not be a problem. I'm going to aim to play Fade mid-floor and then swap her here. Is what I'm thinking. Could also just play her bottom floor, let her die and reform her. But if I miss the reform, I know it's unlikely, but you understand, right? You understand. A shame about the days, we would have gotten 100 free damage there. Hoping for that adaptive mutation. Very nice. We farm this combat. Very, very much so. We crush it here. Fade just kills everything. I mean, you see it. You see what her Spike's number is at in relation to the enemy health numbers. She crushes. We can play 3 spells here. You have... we do 120. I can play 3 spells. More if I play that one. And this one. Yeah, you're at 60. We're gonna look at keeping Fade healthy, but she's gonna farm this whole combat now. And we are going to get mad with power. We're gonna go out... Whoa, what the hell just happened to me there? We are going to go out of control. I think my brain tried to state the entire sentence all at once. Not great. What's that? From here, I'm pretty confident we win. However, it was rocky. And I'm not talking Balboa. Wouldn't mind a few upgrades for these restoration animations. Like, she's gonna farm up the next combat pretty well. She's gonna end up, with a little assistance, she's going to end up mostly crushing the combat 7. She's not perfect, but 144 is a very good number to be going into this next combat with. 47, assuming I don't die to Arcus anyway. Which, maybe I do, what the hell? Right, 75 health intervals are fucking rough. Or 25 health intervals, I should say. Arcus, don't kill me here. That would be really awful. 810. I needed to draw Primitive Mold off of that, huh? Do I die here? 60. I am alive by 2 HP. The no burnout strategy. Yeah. We got him to oh, not exactly enough. I'm alive by a little more than that. Because we do 30. Ugly, yes. Awkward, extremely. Arcus, tough. However, Seraph should be easier. God, I hope. Grab Unleash here. Unleash makes sense. And nothing matters. I'll take energy. Can play more Root Seeds. It's slightly more attack for Fade. Glad I took all the Pyre health I took. I took Pyre health at good timings, it feels like. I'm gonna duplicate... I want the Pyre health. I'm gonna go left. I'm not gonna duplicate anything. I guess, like, Sting is fine. Helps smooth over the next combat a bit. That's Firelight. Give me a little Icarus 3. And if I had taken the Spikes Relic at the start of the game, we would have crushed this combat too. If I had looked at Fade first, tragic. This combat's fine. I just have to throw attacks on the goons. The tanks. I throw attacks at the tanks and we're chilling. I am gonna take some curses, but it shouldn't be an issue. We should draw plenty. And we have the energy as well. Right, so the strategy is to have her die once and then reform her, I'm pretty sure. And then we use Adaptive Mutation, we spam Purifying Cleanse. That's what I baited myself with on the last one. I didn't spam Purifying Cleanse. And if I Root Seeds here, this combat is really good. Or Root Seeds here as well. These Root Seeds make this combat actually so free. What the hell? Because from here on, she's just gonna kill these guys, right? Yeah, she wipes the entire floor. We are getting out of control. As long as I keep playing Root Seeds, which I will, and I keep the Purifying Cleanses rolling, we got this. Yeah, we're gonna outscale Sap Seraph. It's just gonna be a matter of if I draw Unleash fast enough. Or not. Oh, gotta do that. There it is. I was like, hey, what's missing here? Root Seeds is missing. Root Seeds' most important spell, gotta throw it at the enemies. And yeah, we're above 190. We farm the next combat. We get pretty big out of control here from now on. Should be good. Lots of heavy hitting, like single hit enemies, which is really rough when we're killing through spikes as well. Should have held over that mold. That was potentially a throw. It could have been a throw. Very, very awkward. But it's fine. Seraph should be easier from here. I wouldn't mind, like, Shard Channeler here. Wow. Thanks. That's, pretty nice. Very cool. Excellent. I mean, what the hell? That's really good. I'm gonna toss these primitive molds. I shouldn't need them anymore, I think. And I want to try to increase our rate of drawing into Fade. I don't want any of these. Not into Fade, sorry. Hey, we got Petrified Crucible as well. I could have had the double spikes run if I was paying attention. Hold over. Unleash. -1 adaptive. What I'm trying to say is I want to lower the... I want to draw adaptive mutation more frequently. And we have Holdover Unleash so that Fade survives with her 100 plus health. She has like 200 health here, right? I'm pretty confident that we win this combat. The early game, as often it is, was shaky, but I think that we win from here. Yeah, the burnout that she's going to experience doesn't matter. Oh, never mind. She is 0 attack, but she's 203. She's doing 400 damage on spikes. So I just hold this Wildwood Sap over and heal her every turn from here, and we are fine. Wildwood Sap? Unleash Wildwood, sorry. She's not even going to enter Burnout. I don't have to. And I just heal her every turn. Free. Cool. Honestly, I know I come across as like very complainy, I feel like, in this run, and I understand that. I'm not like just because I don't like it doesn't mean I can't enjoy when the run was like this, right? I had the same thing with Primordium, where like I don't like Primordium, but when he's good, it's pretty fun, you know? I think that when you get to do this, it's pretty fun, but when you lose a run because of a bad roll, it feels a little frustrating. However, I don't know if you heard, but there are changes coming to the Covenant levels in The Last Divinity when it releases. They were talking about this in my Discord. I was reading about it. Some of the changes that I'm not like an insider source. Don't take this as gospel or anything like that. I don't know for sure that this is coming. However, what I've heard they're changing. This was allegedly talked about on the dev stream. However, I didn't watch because I'm lazy and I don't wake up early enough. They're changing some of the things about the Covenant. You're always going to lose space on the middle floor was one of them instead of it being random, which sick, very cool. I like that a lot. She takes 66 here. 11 and 15. What the hell? Does she kill him in 1 round? Is Seraph getting one? He takes 1 round of hits and dies? Is that what happens here? Oh my god. Almost. 2 rounds. But yeah, some exciting stuff coming up on the Covenant. I think the other one is they're changing the top 4 dazed to first unit played each turn dazed, which is also interesting. I'm excited to see Covenant changes because I think that the Covenant system is, you know, kind of At this point, I've gotten used to it and I mostly overlook it, but I really hated -1 space on a random floor when I was playing this game at first. And climbing through Covenants, I was like, wow, this feels really bad, huh? But it's a good sign, I think. I hope that they continue to make changes to make the game... I've talked about it a lot, right? I hope that they push changes that make RNG less of a factor and make the game more of a... It's hard because every decision you make matters. And I feel like The Last Divinity is a really good DLC. From what I played of it in the beta, pack shards, balancing out how strong you make the run, The Last Divinity, all really fun, really good things to push the game into a difficulty setting that is like difficult, but not so controlled by randomness, hopefully. But anyway, enough of me rambling. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. I'm not muted, am I? Okay.